Creating a drag and drop activity in Google Slides is actually pretty simple as long as you know a couple of tricks. So on my first slide, I always start with the instructions. This is where I put what I want the students to do. On the second slide is where you're going to build your template. So I always have a spot for the kids to put their name. This is a rhythm activity, so I used the line feature to create my staff, put in the time signature. If I wanted to add measures, all I would have to do is just duplicate these lines, and then I could drag them onto the staff wherever I want them. So if I wanted to add those bar lines, I can. You don't have to do that. It's up to you. So once you have the basic template of what you're looking for, this is what you're going to do next. You're going to turn this into a background. So I'm going to select this slide, go up to File, and then I'm going to download this slide as a JPEG. So now I've created an image of this exact slide. So I'm going to go back here, add a new slide, background, and I'm going to choose that image from my drive. And that now becomes a background. Okay, so what that means, let me get rid of these extra boxes that we don't need, is this stuff can't be moved now. It's there. It's there forever. I can get rid of the one where I was creating it on. So now I've got my background, right? So this stuff isn't going to be moved. The next step is to add the notes that the kids are going to actually be dragging and dropping. So I'm going to start with the quarter note. I'll go to Insert Image. I'm going to search the web. Quarter note. See, I've got a quarter note. Will that work? Okay, looks great. So I'm going to resize the quarter note to a size that works for me. Move it over. And now here's the next thing that makes these drag and drop activities really work well. I'm going to duplicate and stack these quarter notes. So I'm going to select my quarter note. And again, using that Command D on a Mac or Control D on a PC, I'm just going to duplicate this a whole bunch of times. Okay, I've duplicated. Next step, I'm going to select all of them, go up to Arrange and Align. I'm going to align them in the center. And the same thing, arrange, align in the middle. Now I have a stack of quarter notes. So when the students go to create their assignment, they're going to drag a quarter note up to the staff. And look, there's another one right behind it. And they'll be able to continually drag these quarter notes up, and they'll have plenty to work with. So let me put those back down. Now I could do the same exact thing with half notes. Search the web. Let's grab some half notes. This one looks good. Insert. Okay. Now this one I'm actually going to crop a little bit just so that it's not taking up too much space before I resize it. So I resize, get it to be about the same size as the quarter note. I'm going to do that same exact trick. Duplicate. Select them all. Align once again, and I'll put them where I want them. Okay, now let's pretend I've put a whole bunch of different rhythms up here. Once I've done that, the next step is simple. I just go up to this main slide and make a bunch of these too. So now I have an instruction slide, which would have a lot of instructions, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or as many different slides as I want for the students to interact with for their part of this project. So again, it's a real simple way to make a drag and drop activity.